Hello, everybody. Welcome. Hi, everyone. So, I wanted to come out with this video for this full moon in Scorpio. And the full moon is going to be on the 27th at 7 degrees of Scorpio. Kind of the first decan of Scorpio. It's called the first decan. 7-degree point. Now, sevens in numerology about, we can't know everything. Now, Scorpio is a sign that it's a very intense sign. It's a very, it deals with occult issues. It deals with psychological issues, deep. It goes really deep. It can be very intense. It's a water sign. And there's good things to be celebrated with Scorpio, and there's a lower frequency to the sign of Scorpio. So I thought what I'd do is kind of break this down per sign and just give you guys an idea of how it's going to or could affect you. So on the 27th, I'm not really sure of the time of the full moon, but you might experience 3 days before and 3 days after this full moon. You can feel the shift. Now, the sun is in Taurus, like I've told you guys before, and when we have a full moon, it's opposing the sun. So it's a polarity point, right? So it's got its good and its bad. So that's what I want to go through with you. And there are some really good, sweet, good things with Scorpio. And some of them are like to celebrate like the sweet things that come from the full moon. Full moons can make you very tired. They can make you very cranky, very moody, especially a Scorpio full moon. It wants to dive head in. And also, if you go back 6 months, if you guys take yourselves back to like right around the middle of November 2020, that was the start of the Scorpio 6-month transit kind of here. Till now it's culminating on the full moon. So there's a culmination point of certain houses that will affect each sign of the zodiac. All right, so I've taken my notes, all my scribble is here. So, and I'm not going to lie, this is going to be an intense, difficult full moon for most people. The key thing to it is to align, to do the best you can. On the collective level, huge. It's huge. On a personal level, we're going to bring through what can be very good, kind of, and very sour at the same time. So, for the good things, like this is to celebrate Scorpio, there's an optimism, there's a clarity, there's an energetic vibrance that can come through. There can be a lot of engagements, a lot of understanding with home and family. There could have been big purchases at this time. But there can also be progress and heaviness, and there can also be huge endings, huge. Scorpio is also death and rebirth. There's actual death, there's actual rebirth. So there's deaths and births. So there's a lot to come through. There's a family focus. There's creativity can soar. It can be very watery and very emotional and deep. So it also does rule shared resources. So with partnerships, business, all kinds of shared money. That's something that Scorpio also holds. But you could get, things done with taxes, with grants, with loans, with immigration matters, increases in money. There could be some great collaborations. And then there's also, some difficulties. So kind of the sour points of Scorpio full moon could be diet. It could be health addictions, health matters, surprises that come up. It could be some insomnia, sleeping disruption. It could be also a high point of very psychic and channeled things too. And Scorpio does hold secrets. There's secrets to be unleashed and unburied. So sometimes secrets can come out with a full moon, which is, it's all relevant. It's this and that, as above, so below. All right, so, and we also have a few transits in between of the outer planets, personal planets. So I'm going to go through some of that for each sign for everybody. So take a look at listen for your sun and your rising. And if you don't know your rising, you can be in touch with me and I can do your chart and give you your rising and your moon sign. Okay, and you can also use this for other, family members, spouses, partners, all kinds of anybody who you know that is a different sign and how it might be affecting them. All right, so here we go. You guys ready? I'm going to just take a sip of my water. Okay, so if you're an Aries sun or rising, this is going to affect your 8th house of shared resources and financial access. It also is going to affect your income. So there could be, not going to lie, it's going to be an intense moon. So any debts, anything you owe, there could be something very unexpected that comes up that you have to pay. It could be a lump sum. There could be delays if you're expecting a lump sum of money. It can be very, very frustrating. So, it could be a stalemate energy, a stagnating energy, something that keeps you frustrated and intensely worried. So if that's the case for you, Aries, your family, friends, people around you will be very supportive, but you can't go into overdrive of what is, right? So you can expect some difficult energy, but you can also expect that whatever that kind of fast energy that's been playing out since November, it's coming to a culmination now, and at least you'll be over it by that point. You can almost release it and let it go to the point where other things get ready to, the big ending can now have a new beginning after a few days after the full moon. It needed to correct and recreate something that was meant at this point in your life. So you could have felt this halt or this restriction on you that was holding back your income, your job, income money that was coming into you, or someone else's, partnerships, family obligations, things that are jointly financially together with somebody else. It could be on their end too. So expect some of those things to come in. And there needs to be a release of what these things are. So, don't forget, other people, other signs are going to really, it's going to be at a very high psychological level of overthinking, analyzing, really going deep, deep, deep down into the emotion of you. Why did I take that loan? Why did I do this? Why did I buy that new car? Right now it doesn't matter, because you're going to culminate a lot of what that is. Okay? Maybe I'm going to pull on every sign a full moon card, so you'll have that too for those who want to work with this video. Okay, so let's pull a full moon card in Scorpio for Aries. Let's see what wants to come through. All right, so this is good advice, news, or information. There's something coming in that's very supportive to some income, some shared resource. There is someone there that has a lot of fire behind their step. They're helping you out. This could be someone you share the resource with. Financial access, open loans, agreements, things like that are coming through, and this person is going to help you. It's a good friend or person that's going to help you. And you're going to get a little flare of energy, but remember, you're closing something out to begin something new. It must be released, gone. Scorpio's here to burn it up, make it into dust, and then the phoenix is going to rise. All right, so that's cool. Okay, let's take a look at Taurus. If you're a sun sign Taurus, or your rising sign is in Taurus, your ascendant, Scorpio moon is going to affect you on 7th house matters, which is relationships. Okay, so for Taurus, this is going to reflect themes back in November that were starting for you. And it could have to do with status, your reputation, the relationship that you're in. Did you have a name change? Did you get married? Did you get divorced? These are the things that are the culmination points, the big things. So you could be coming up to a point where you're making sudden decisions within a relationship. Some of you might feel you want freedom out of a relationship. So you might be changing a status. A business partner, romantic partner, some type of collaboration for Taurus for this moon is, you might feel that something's attached to it, or you feel that it's offensive or it doesn't jive with your energy and you're not feeling it. So you kind of want to put the fire out, with all that emotional water energy. I guess the best way to heal relationship dynamics for Taurus, and this is a complete opposition, is to help to heal it. Put everything out on the table. Communicate. Heart to heart. Conversations. Work it through. Work it out. Don't be afraid. Don't cower down to it. Just rise up. Because that's your healing. That's how you're going to bring this intensified energy forward. Okay? So that's cool for Taurus. And also, for Tauruses too, you're in complete opposition with this full moon. So go back to November of 2020. Were you starting a relationship? Were you starting with maybe new people you were working with? Or there could be some point of culmination of an argument, or just get it out on the table. Okay. Taurus. So let's pull Taurus, Scorpio, full moon energy for Taurus. What wants to come through for Taurus? The Magician is coming through. So you're getting ready to really let go of a whole chapter, a culminating point, and you're getting ready spiritually, financially, physically, emotionally to be your own alchemist, to take charge of how you want to go forward. You're going to manifest the life you want to live with the people that you want to live with, how you want to do that. There is a big sense of freedom here, right? He's the great magician. He's the magic. So you have every tool that you need to go forward and start a new beginning with this full moon. It's liberating you. It's freeing you. So that's your full moon card for Taurus. Okay, let's go to Gemini. So Gemini, this is going to affect your 6th house. Your 6th house of your everyday routine, health, work matters, even pets. Okay, pets are in this. So anything that's hidden, any secrets, anything that you're holding in or hiding. There could be big changes in workplaces, in environment. Maybe something's not jiving for you where you work, and you're holding a lot of energy in. So there could be like arguments or kind of disgruntled feeling as far as you being frustrated, or there could be a crisis like in the environment that you get very caught up in the crossfire for Gemini. So, and also your health is here. So, your psyche, how you hold on to old attachments with people, and this might be a part of you that feels like you're suffering, or there's some mental anxiety and frustration, and you're gonna like kind of blow with it. You're just gonna let it all out and expose. Let it through, everything you're holding on to. Let it come up and through, so this moon can culminate that. But for Gemini also, like your work, your routine, your service, you could be bringing some of that to others, and they're just not taking it on right now. So for you, don't hold on to it. Don't suppress it. Release, let go. This could be, someone you live with, work in an environment with, live in an environment with. So there's a lot here, but don't get too caught up in the crossfire. Do what you can, but know when to kind of step away. And then when it really embroils you, you can let it up and through. And what is hidden deep inside you wants to be exposed. That's what the moon wants to do in Scorpio. It wants to dig in deep, and it wants to let you see where you're either overstepping or you're holding on too tight. right? So look for kind of that energy. Okay, let's pull for Scorpio, Sun and Rising, Gemini. Scorpio, full moon. There we go. Look at you riding in high. So some of you could have some problems with transportation. Car, just stay local to travel. Make sure things are taken care of. You could have a slight expense when it comes to fixing a car, fixing a bike, fixing like transportation issues. But overall, this is a good card for you. This is the Chariot. You're looking for and seeking, kind of taking the lead, getting the freedom to really unleash and ride through with success and victory. So you're working this. And any seventh house matters also, which is relationship dynamic. What you've been, helping with other people, with people you live with, people you work with. You might be doing a little too much, but they can save themselves. You work with what you need to work with right here. You're in full control. There is victory, and you're riding high here. Just keep it local, keep it contained, and work through what's needed. The Chariot always wants to find victory, lead to success. All right, so that was a little bit of two energies in one right there. Also supporting projects and finding money solutions for Gemini also. Okay, so projects with money and finding solutions, and someone will be there to help support you. Okay, let's take a look at Cancer. All right, Cancer. So Cancer, Sun and Rising. This is going to affect your 5th house. So creative projects, love, children, environment, relationships. This moon could bring on conflict with children, future with children. You could be finding yourself wanting to break up with a romantic relationship. There could be differences in your value systems. You're really looking at those type of things. So you're going to feel this 3 days before, 3 days after, and it's a small amount of energy with a big feeling of emotion with push and pull like energy. So, and you're also going to be closing or wrapping up projects that have to do with finances. Some Cancers, there could be surprise, there could be pregnancies, there could be children with pregnancies, there could be grandchildren coming about for Cancer. But for some Cancers, not all, you might be finding you're just not getting what you need out of a relationship, and you're going to kind of maybe let it go. There could be a small storm within a relationship, and Cancer, Sun, and Rising might be getting real clear on, do they want more love, the best love, more connection? Do you need your partner to value and love the same things you do, or do you always feel in opposition? Scorpio this moon wants to come in and rebirth that or end it and create anew. So, and it doesn't have to be either or. It's just, it needs to be looked at. In finances and projects, you're going to start wrapping them up and closing them up to have a new beginning with new money, new monetary gain, new finances. Because again, Scorpio is ruling other people's money, shared resources, your resources towards your children. And so be careful of maybe overspending on children, on love, on partnerships. Like, try to tighten up the reins of the spending. But it's all good, right? It's all good. It's just there are things that need to be looked at. So let's look at Cancer, Scorpio new full moon, the sign of Cancer, Sun and Rising. Yeah, your Wheel of Fortune. You're getting ready for a career. You're culminating and ending a career and job, something that has to do with finances. You're wrapping it up. You're thinking about your future, fate, destiny. Who do you want beside you through that? How hard do you want to work? for that, and you're getting ready to implement a new career or project. And this is kind of right on point for Cancer, really right on point. You're building your future here in your income, in your resources. You're looking at that really closely. Okay, Leo. So Leo, sun and rising. Leo is a fire energy. Now we get a water Scorpio energy. So this is going to affect your fourth house of environment, home and family, past issues. Okay? So what's going to reflect from the themes of November 15th, 2020? Go back. Think about the past. What was starting then for you? It's about home and family, marriage and partnerships, careers. That's what's lit up for you. So you could be closing down things that are affecting your home life, your work life. It's also activating your 12th house of your in. This is your about how you intuitively preserve. This is a good time, Leo, for meditation through this full moon, 3 days before, 3 days after. You might be really heavy and deep into your belief systems, both personally and collectively. There could be some heartbreak with something you're letting go out of your career or within relationships, but home and family is going to be very activated for you. So are you working too much and not enough for home and family? Is it too much home and family and not enough work? You're going to get balanced out. You're going to be feeling, you could be feeling tired, drained, like you have a bit of an energy leak for Leo. But bring it back to your past, relationships, in your past work and career. Have you lost people, or partnerships, or if people passed away since last November? You might be feeling a lot of emotion for Leo, water energy. And also, dealing with some heartbreak and serious issues that needed to culminate and needs to get you on point with the future. So let's take a look at a card for Leo. Full moon in Scorpio for Leo. House. Yeah, this is you. You want to start a whole new beginning. There could be a whole new relationship coming in for you, but this is like the big daddy-o. I love the Ace of Pentacles. I love this card. It could be a sum of money coming your way. You could be starting a new business of your own, getting a new job, career. So the Scorpio full moon culminated something that needed to come out of your life so you could have this brand new beginning. And it could even be a new home or purchasing something new. Really sweet. I love the Ace of Pentacles. So you got this one, Leo. This is yours. This is a lump sum of change coming to you. Well deserved, Leo, for you. Okay, let's do our Virgo friends. Virgo. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is going to be a difficult moon. Scorpio is a difficult moon, especially a full one, because it's so packed with deep psychological energy. It's just very intense, very intense. All right, Virgo. Let's get to Virgos. Virgo. All right, Virgo. So this is going to be activating your third house. So again, Virgo, go back to November. What was going on for you in November of 2020? This is activating a closing of learning, of studying. A chapter in work life is coming to a close for Virgos. Something is tapering down and culminating to a close. You might be upset that you have to sign a document for work. You might not be happy signing an agreement. Third house is about communication, siblings. It could be parties, higher education, higher thought processing. But this definitely is about your work life. So what's closing out for you in your work? Is there something you're going back to? Is there something you have to sign on the dotted line for that you're not happy about? But this will open up, communications for you, or agreements, or anything legal. This is culminating something that has to do with paperwork, agreements, legal, even relationships, co-workers. You could have open arguments. There could be something that comes out, something that's hidden in you that comes out, and it's, you could feel some negative or heavy energy. But you're all about future and the bigger goal. So sometimes we have to step back and step into what you're going to deal with at hand. And if you have to get mad or get selfish or get whatever it is that you really want to communicate out, then this moon is going to bring that to fruition for you. And some of you might sign the document and some of you might not. You really got to work with the intention, what you're feeling, how you feel about it. If it's not meant to be signed, don't sign it just because. Really take a deep dive into, what you really want out of this relationship or this work agreement, because these things have to come up and come through. But it's definitely got to do with paperwork. So let's take a look at the Virgo theme for the full moon in Scorpio for Virgo. The Queen of Pentacles. So this is Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. She's opulence and beauty. She's in charge of her money. She knows the direction it wants to go. She knows what her work and career is all about. And she can, cut it off right at the knees, or she can, just roll with the punches and move forward and move on with where she's at. So some of you might not have a problem signing an agreement, and some of you could effortlessly just be fine with cutting it off too. Beautiful card for Virgo. Queen of Pentacles always has control of her money, her resources, her stability. Or he, both. Can be both right here. Okay. All right, Libra, let's look into Libra Sun and Libra Rising. It's going to affect your 7th house of finances, your money, what you value, what you love, the planet, Earth. So this moon is going to culminate in ending of a source of income for you. There's something coming through that wants to end some source of income. It could be taxes, loans, payments, any debt that you might have to pay off. You might be supporting a partner or supporting your children. Expensive things for your children or kids, or things that have come up unexpectedly that you've taken care of. So, or you might be ending a source of income that you've been giving to other people. You might have to close it off. There needs to be a culmination. So again, go back to November. What were you dealing with in the middle of November 2020? That's going to culminate at this Scorpio full moon. But I do feel that whatever it is that you're waiting on too, something could come in. You could receive a payment from your taxes. You could receive something you've been waiting for. So it can be good too. But you're bringing in money, but it could be expending out money also. So let's take a look at Libra, 2nd house, Scorpio full moon. What's up for the Librans? The Libras. Libra. Ooh, twice. Okay, Libra, so there could be a Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, female or male. You could be holding this archetype of the Great Mother, resourcing, knowing how to resource, knowing how to be supportive of others, how to make and mend and do other things for other people that don't require just a handout of money or a loan, right? There are other ways to help out. And there's other ways to help yourself out too. And she holds an opulence and a beauty. She knows how to craft, cook. She knows how to do it all and manage her checkbook. So beautiful. That's weird that came out twice. Okay, but that's good. I like it. Okay, Scorpio. All right, Scorpio. So this is your full moon. You know, you get a new moon and a full moon every year. So this full moon can and it's gonna do your this is gonna be for your first house, fourth house, and seventh house. This is gonna affect you individually, your home environment, and your partnerships, your relationships with other people. So this could bring in arguments within the home life, your living situation. There could be some anger, resentment. There could be topics of, you know, who you're communicating with about your living environment. There could be upsets with partners, or you could have upsets with relationships in your life that need to help other people and they can't be there for you. You have to really clamp down on health matters. How is your environment, your workplace? How are those environments serving your own health? Right? Is there clean air? Are you drinking enough water? Is there all the plenty around the environment to feed what you need? Don't get lost in anger or set back with anything that isn't going to, just don't bring more stress onto your chakra system, your physical body that's needed. You know? It's a time to culminate and move forward from this, and don't get lost in any crises or any angry spurts of energy or your own health or home matters. It will work through. Go back to November. What were you dealing with in November of 2020? Could be other people, could be people within your family, could be your own health situations. But either way, this moon will culminate that to move forward. But it's going to culminate, and it's going to show you what needs to be unleashed, unsuppressed, and how you have to use your own psychology to work it through in the mind so it doesn't land on the physical body. Okay, so for Scorpio, it's going to be an intense moon for Scorpio. And it's about family focus and creative matters and how you're bringing that through. Some things are not going to gel that simply, and it's okay. It will culminate. You might find that you move forward to, you know, stepping up into helping and walking yourself right into bigger collaborations, you know, things that you really are needed for and that people are asking of you, and you're ready to step up to move that energy off of you and into something else. Right? So that's good. So let's pull for Scorpio, for the Scorpio full moon. Ooh, that one almost jumped out, but didn't feel quite. This one's right. Look at this. You're releasing. Okay, this is good. This is the Devil card. Okay, Scorpio, now this card, I'll hold it this way. This could be a Capricorn in your life. But you're definitely releasing restrictions, addictions, anything that's been holding you down. You're liberating yourself, maybe relinquishing, getting rid of, dissolving old patterns of thinking or being stuck or where you're restricted. You're starting to release some deep held issues off of you. You're dealing with instead of being confined by. You're not letting the devil hold you down anymore. You're releasing yourself from, you know, the heaviness, the toxic energy. And I would say to you with this card too, Scorp, don't leak your energy. It's not worth it. You can't have an energy leak right now. So just release some type of addictions, some type of restriction, you know, get movement forward, get into routine, diet, exercise, make time for yourself for this full moon, get plenty of rest, Yeah, yeah. That feels right for Scorpio. That's feeling right to me. So yeah, Scorpio, you got this in your first house. So culminate that November. This is coming into this full moon. Now you can have the new beginning going forward. You're kicking, you'll have that Taurian sun. Mercury will be there, Venus will be there. So you're going to start making good decisions, the right choices. Don't hold yourself back in that old patterned way of thinking. It's not viable anymore for you. Break out and break through. Yeah, cool. All right, moving on to Sagittarius, Sun and Rising. It's going to affect your 12th house, your 6th house, and your 3rd house. So this is your house of health, your house of everyday routine. Also your work matters. So for you, I mean, some Sagittarius could have a health crisis that has flared up. So you'll be dealing maybe with some health issues. For some Sagittarius, there could be sudden closure and abruption with job or career. You could walk off the job. Somebody around you could walk off the job, creating some difficult energy. There could be difficult energy with partnerships, with your team you work with a boss, with upper management. You really have to get in a spiritual place of the 12th house for this full moon. You really have to rely on kind of meditation and prayer and a deep, deep sense of kind of water will put the fire out to your fire. But I think this might have been from November of 2020. Whatever was starting then is culminating with the Scorpio full moon, and this wave is going to put that fire out. So maybe you just have this flare up and you're just kind of done, and you're going to walk or they're going to walk, which in turn it's been creating like health issues. The Scorpio moon is creating everyday routine health issues for you. You could also be, as a Sag, trying to help everyone else. And in the shuffle of that, you're getting, more down and more flared up or charged up because you can't fulfill or I guess get some closure that you need. So, keep your communications open. You're going to feel tired. You're going to feel emotionally drained with this full moon. But yet that 12th house is holding that higher mind, that higher elevation, that higher protection layer of maybe the angels, your guides, people who have passed on, ancestors. There's a lot of that around you. So you could be having some psychic like bursts of energy, some channeling in, some very prophetic dreaming. But you have to watch the anger, Sag, because, it could like strike and you just feel yourself bubbling and hitting that point of, oh my God, I'm going to just flip. So, hey, you know what? Flip. If it's needed to flip, then maybe you'll flip the switch and flip the light on for yourself and culminate something that needs to move through. So let's take a look at Sagittarius for the full moon in Scorpio. That one's coming through. Okay. Yeah, so you know what? This is about good food, good wine, good company. This is also about, you see him at his table. He's waiting for his guests and people. Wishes are fulfilled. The card did come this way. But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt here that you're going to walk on, move on, cut yourself off from something that you want to celebrate and be free of. You just can't hold the energy anymore. So, yeah, you're coming into wishes fulfilled, future goals and dreams. You're coming into a more social, energetic time. Very emotionally, you're feeling love and connection with people maybe you've been separated from for a long time that you couldn't get together with. So this moon is a good activation for you. It's very needed for you, Sag. Okay, let's take a look at Scorpio. Oh, no, sorry, Capricorn. Happy Cappy next. Yay. Take a little sip. Okay. Oh, I also wrote here for Sag, the sooner you move on, the better for your physical body, emotional body, mental body. Okay, so sorry about that. Okay, Capricorn. So Capricorn, Cap and Scorpio, this is a good full moon for you. It's going to activate your 11th house, your second house of money, income, finance, your 11th house of friends, groups, tribe, community, neighbors, networking, in your 5th house of love, romance, children. So I don't know, you could be, there could be new friends coming aboard. There are Capricorns that can have, closure of a long-term plan of something that started in November that's going to culminate. Something that you had long-term that you can close out and you're done with. You're kind of exiting that plan. For some of you, someone could be exiting on this full moon. Someone could be leaving your environment, your area, your workplace. There could be some shocking announcement, some secret that's revealed that comes out to you, or someone tells you something. But there could be some closure of some creative project, and there could be partners, friendships, a good group that's giving you advice, easing up the load for you. You might have found that the Scorpionic energy, what started for you in November, that's culminating is a huge release off of some challenges that you've been through, new initiations that you've been through, coming to certain terms with what you needed to change. Pluto's been working endlessly in Capricorn. So this could really make you step up for taking a new, fresh breath of air. You could be releasing and still doing a lot of work on the self. But I really feel that if there were any people that were not supportive in your life to this point, you're ready to either give them the heave-ho and see you later, or they're going to it's an exit that needed to be, or somehow needed that. But what's going to be important to you is your kids, your children, your what you value in love and romance is gonna. This is a culminating cycle to the old patterns, the old ways. This could be divorces. This could be things finalizing up, so that new beginning, those big opportunities can be fresh and new. Because anything that doesn't support you, Capricorn, Pluto has done such a job from November on, and it hasn't even reached its critical degree. You're ready to, you don't want anything more in your life that's not a happy, fresh breath of air. Actually, you won't accept anything less at this point. You're the hard worker. You're the one that's keeping people up and going and doing your part, playing your role. But your income, your finances is very important to you. And your love and what you need, that new fresh breath of air, is coming in for like this new adventure, this new opportunity, stepping into a new pathway. This is going to be a great moon for you, Capricorn. Okay, let's take a look at the Cap. Scorpio, full moon energy. Taking the lead. Okay, so this is about traditional values, traditional respect issues. You're taking the lead, you're driving the force, you're leading the tribe. This is the high priest. This is about love and truth and authenticity. This is about reality. This could be higher learning. This could be teaching. This could be bringing in this really value system on what you want to bring through, and you want to lead the way with this, right? You've been planning, plotting, and building. Two fell out, so I have to take them both. And you're getting ready to reap what you sowed since November. It's culminating for you. So it looks like this is going to pay off for you. This Scorpio full moon's going to give you everything you invested in and let it come back to you tenfold. Even with income, money, finances, you're going to lead your own charge. Very nice. Okay, let's go on to Aquarius. It's going to be 10th house career, 6th house everyday routine, in 4th house family matters, home environment. So there can be a clash for you, Aquarius, of who needs you more, your work or your family. Are you doing so much that from November something started and now it wants to culminate in this Scorpio full moon of, rebirthing? It's death and rebirth. You could be experiencing crisis of parents, their health, your health. You're stepping up and into doing everything you can, as much as you can, but you're caught between this rock and this hard place with this full moon. You might feel like you have no choice. There's no options or choices. You will do what you have to do, and you will sacrifice what you need to do. There could be career chapters that are taking different culminating points. You could be closing some chapters with career and work. There could be a frustrating feeling between work and family. Frustration, a little bit of anger. You're not sure how much you can spread yourself or how thin you can go. But you have to take care of yourself. This Scorpio moon for you, Aquarius, is drink plenty of water. Get as much sleep as you can. You're very needed through this full moon. Between family and career, there's and or both and. As above, so below, but it's creating some tension, and it's like it needs to have this break in it so that you can, take a big breath and look at what was going on again from November, what started in November with work or with family, and see how it's culminating now. More information to come for Aquarius there. Okay, let's pull a full moon for Aquarius. I am the messiest shuffler. I am. I'm going to give these a couple of these. Aquarius full moon. Ooh, get the Queen of Pentacles again. So this could be someone around you, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. This could be you're holding this archetype where you can do both career and work and take care of everybody. She's opulent, she's beauty. She can take care of everything. Will she be tired? Will there be difficulty? Yes, but she sits in all of her opulence and all of her happiness. And she works through the difficulties, the tension, the frustration. But even this queen herself needs a rest, okay, every now and then. Beautiful. Okay, let's look into Pisces. Pisces, it's going to affect your 9th, 12th, and 3rd house of communication. Hold on. This fell out again. I'm going to put her back in, but just flew right out. All right, so let's see for Pisces. So 12th house is kind of what's hidden, what's ethereal, what's metaphysical, what's the higher realms. You're very familiar with that, Pisces. You are the 12th house. But the 9th deals with higher education, study, learning higher philosophies, travel, long distance travel, legal issues. The 3rd house is about communication. This full moon could have had some kind of disruption in travel or travel plans, disruption with passports. There could have been disruption with news coming in around what you're studying, what you're learning, what your groups, tribes, what you're putting your time and effort into. There could have been legal matters that are coming to a closing point. Agreements, negotiations. There could have been disruption or disappointment with this culmination of this full moon. However, this can bring in new possibility, new beginnings. So go back to November. What was going on in November for you? Is there occult things, metaphysical things? Are you learning, studying? This is going to have new beginnings with it. There might be a class that opens up for you after this full moon. You might want to get legal papers, anything, wills, inheritances, loans, money matters, all like taken care of, sealed up. Not that anything's going to happen here, but these things are going to want to culminate. Have paperwork all in the right place. Yeah, that's some for Pisces. The 3rd house, too, is, it's about communicating. It's about opening. And for you, Pisces, check the thyroid. The throat, the throat chakra in here throughout the chin, the bottom layer. Keep yourself healthy and good. And I just want to say to everybody, too, hold that note. I'm going to pull a card for Pisces. Let's see what comes out for Pisces. Scorpio full moon. Nope. Yeah, so you're releasing. There's a lot of conflict that's going to be released, a lot of competition you've been worried about being released, a lot of new activations that maybe you started will be culminating. Career, job, movement, energy. You're going to come into a new sense of vitality, working, getting along with people. You might have been really busy up to this point, feeling a little depleted, frustrated, but you're coming out of that, heading into a new point that really wants to be brought through it's kind of layer by layer, but brought through with new layers, new regenerated kind of energy. That's what I'm feeling that's coming in for you right there. Okay, guys, so what I wanted to say was, and you've heard me say it in the weeklies for my members and my clients, that Scorpio energy physically rules the sex center, the sex organs, the ovaries, the prostate, the, even the liver and the kidneys. The sacral chakra is part of Scorpio. And this is a culminating moon. And the Taurus energy, so the sun is in Taurus and the moon will be full in Scorpio. So the sun is going to shine on the Taurian physical attributes, which are the throat, the thyroid, even like the lower air chakras, the chin, the lower jaw and mouth. So if there's anything going on there, it needs to be balanced out. And if there's anything going on in the sex center, the creative zone, that area, then you'll know that that's how the sun and the moon are affecting your everyday physical body. So those things I want to point out. And, those are important things. And that Scorpio is also a water sign. So in the collective, with some of this energy and this culminating scorpionic moon, you're going to see a lot of, in the collective, you could see a lot of water issues, a lot of aggressive, frustrated, angry behavior from people, demonstrations, all this kind of things you're going to see on the news. It's going to activate, and it's going to be big and violent and kind of frustrating. And so, that's what Scorpio wants to do. It's here to bring endings and to get up anger, frustration, closing out, culminating. And you're going to see on the collective money systems, resources, other people's money, the stock market. You're going to see a lot of those financial upheavals, and people protesting, and you'll probably hear about, deaths and all kinds of things get bubbled up with this full moon. So that's why I wanted to give a little bit for all the signs, how it's going to affect you, what you want to look for, how you want to align with it. As far as myself, moons affect me, especially full moons. I've talked to other healers and stuff, and sometimes it energizes. So you might be on, it depends what side of the spectrum you're on. If I were you, a Scorpio full moon, I am going to lay as low as I can 3 days before and 3 days after. So you might want to as well. Just take care of the self, align. If you feel yourself angry and frustrated or a situation, sit back with it. Meditate on it. Just breathe with it. I know that sounds so kind of crazy, and, how do you do that when you're in the psyche of it? But it alleviates a lot off the physical body if you do it that way. Because when you take it on, or you think too much, or overanalyze, or all this adrenaline towards anger and frustration, and it just wants to explode. So what it will do on a personal level is it sits inside the body. And where's it going to go? It's going to go to the throat, the thyroid, or the sex center. And you're going to have feelings of that being out of balance. And that's how it affects the physical body. So what's on the outside and what's going cosmically and around the wheel, and what the moon is, it's secretive, it's hidden, it's mystery. And it lands in the body. That's how the outer affects the inner. So, however that leads you to hold that energy, hold your own container, get centered in it, and, work out, exercise, take a walk, take a run, take a bike ride, filter the energy out that way. It always helps with a difficult moon. And I just feel like this is a big one coming on. And, it's activating money, relationships, home. It's activating all aspects for most signs in different houses, but it's all the same amount of energy. So just remember, Scorpio is the phoenix rising from the ashes. But it takes a lot to get to that rising point, right? So stay well, stay safe, stay in meditation. That's what I would say through this. Stand clear, have a good full moon, do your ritual, light a candle, and, get ready to manifest. All right, everybody. I know this was kind of long, but it's a lot of information. So hope you liked it. And you guys take care, and I'll talk to you soon.